I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And then only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, the definition of game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, yo, yo. What's poppin'? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What's going on, people? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's good? Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to Jay Bizzle, Steve O Baby, Demetrius, what's going on? Shout out to I Don't Give a Fuck in the building. Shout out to Captain Caleb, what's going on? Frankie Shy, OG Hot Rod, what's going on? R Gully, Unique 79 in the motherfucking building. Shout out to you, appreciate you for tuning in. Respect the Truth in the building. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Mark Tavius is in the building. Kobe Lean is up in the building. What's popping with Kobe Lean? What's going on? Dan Frank, what's popping? Jimmy Lionel, what's good? Shout out to Blastomatic in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Jay Hundo, Jack O'Keefe, what's going on? Mercenary, what's popping with you, man? So today, we're going to be talking about 5 ways you're thinking like a woman. Okay? Oh, we're about to go in. We're about to go in. But before we go in, y'all already know what we got to do out here in these streets. Y'all already know. So let's just do it and get this shit cracking. Do it! You feel what I'm saying? Let's just do this and do what we need to do to make shit go down. So make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. Get your masculine identity soap. You understand? Get the shea butter. You understand what I'm saying? Get all that stuff. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you guys something real quick because hold on. Let me get this real quick. So let me show you guys the fire. So I just got the shea butter from CunninghamElements.com. You feel what I'm saying? I got my shea butter up in this piece. So make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com to get your shea butter right now. You feel me? Make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. So go to CunninghamElements.com right now to get your shea butter. Get that shit cracking ASAP right now. Do not wait. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure that you guys go to this amazing website, which will change your life, which is called shoplocario.com. Get your online dating consultation, the massive game collection, master the vetting process, how to have sex with 2 women a day, ebook, audiobook, and all the other programs here. But I'm telling you guys, y'all need to get on the online dating consultation ASAP as soon as possible. I'm telling you, The online dating consultations are fire. We just keep getting more and more ratings, every day, 5-star ratings every day. This is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Every day. You understand? It's like, it's insane. So make sure that you guys go here, look at the reviews. This is the reviews of people who've actually done the consultation. You understand what I'm saying? And you guys can check this out. You feel what I'm saying? Let me read one of these. I think this is one of the newer ones we got. So Miss Locario and April are the fucking truth. That's a fact. That's a fact. So April's perspective gave me a broader look at the playing field and how everything matters. And Mr. Locario's breakdown made me see how simple things should be when it comes to my approach. As someone who would overthink on a regular basis, the game was highly necessary and highly appreciated from both of them. Love, that's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, if you guys are not on shoplocario.com to get your online dating consultations, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all are slipping and y'all are sliding. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all are slipping and sliding. Also, make sure, last but not least, actually, this is the last screenshot I'm gonna show you, but make sure that you guys go here to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Do it now. Do it. Make sure that you guys get up on the Bad Boy Show. We just dropped a new Bad Boy Show program called Women Go Out of Their Way When They Like You, okay? Women Go Out of Their Way When They Like You. This is the new program right here. You guys can check this out and all the other programs on the Bad Boy Show, all the other podcasts on the Bad Boy Show, because we do this every week. And we talk about current events and we get into some heavy game. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to patreon.com. Also, go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Join the Masculine Identity Membership to get on the Zoom calls with Miles. And also make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership. Get that cracking. Right now, we have the program 7 Signs a Woman Thinks You're Too Good for Her. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure that you go to badboymembership.com to get that program, plus all of the other audio and video programs. All right, so let's get into this game. If you guys want to call up, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So let's jump into this. So we're talking about 5 ways you're thinking like a woman. But let me first start by saying this, right? See, the reason why I came up with this topic, because this is a very important topic for you guys to understand, because a lot of guys don't realize that they're out here thinking like women. So what do I mean when I'm saying, you're thinking like a woman? What I'm saying is that you are living your life through a female's perspective. You understand? You're seeing things how women generally will see things. Now, there's nothing wrong with women seeing things how they see things, because they should be seeing things in that certain way, because that's their life. That's how they experience life. That's how they view life. There are certain things women want, women desire, women feel they need for their lives to go a certain way and for them to be happy and to make shit go down the way they want it to go down, right? So what happens is that they're going to think a certain way. They're going to take certain actions based on what they think is going to benefit them, right? The problem, though, is that a lot of guys are out here thinking like women. Now, why are guys out here thinking like women? That's a great question, guys. Thanks for asking, and I'm going to explain. See, the reason why a lot of guys think like women is because most guys, when they are pursuing women, when they're attracted to women, when they want to actually make something happen with a woman, what they do is that they get caught up in trying to appease the woman, please her, and do exactly what they think she wants. So what they do is that they hear what women are saying. They're like, oh, I want a guy who's going to be nice to me, treat me with respect, buy me flowers, get to know me, talk to me on the phone, court me, all this other stuff. So then what happens is guys start to internalize these type of ideas and thoughts. So then most of these guys out here are making moves based on what they heard women say. So they're like, oh, women said they like this, so I'm going to do this. Women like this way, so I'm going to try to do that way to get the woman to want to fuck with me and like me. right? So then you start to think more like a woman. You start to do things and want things because you have been conditioned to see things a certain way. You have been conditioned to simp for a woman, trick for a woman, see everything from her perspective, right? Putting her before you, you understand? And so all of this gets you to start thinking like a woman. So what I'm going to talk about is 5 ways that you're thinking like a woman and how you should change this and actually think like a fucking man. And when I say think like a man, I'm basically telling you to think like you, yourself, because check this out. Deep down, and what you're going to notice when I talk about these things is deep down, some of the things that I'm going to mention in this list are things that you may be doing, but you know you don't want to do it. But you're doing it because you think you should. And you think you should because you've been conditioned to think this is the way to go. And you think this is the way to go because you think this is the only way to acquire women. Also, another reason why you're thinking like a woman is because you think that thinking like a woman, right, makes you more acceptable in society, right? So you feel safer thinking like a woman versus thinking like a man, thinking like you, having a masculine identity, because you don't want to be ostracized. You don't want people to say, oh, you're toxic. You're displaying toxic masculinity. You're a misogynist, you're this and that. So you feel, well, you know what? Maybe if I, pander to women, maybe if I, date how society and how women say I should date, then I'd be safe. I don't have to deal with the scrutiny. I don't have to deal with the criticism. I don't have to feel some type of way because I already feel guilty as a man because, they say that you're wrong for being a man and just wanting what you want, doing things the way you wanted to do it and, get things done how you want to get it done, right? Because they'll call you immature. They'll say that you're emotionally unavailable. They'll say that, you're a narcissist, all that shit, right? So it's safer for you to think like a woman because what happens is at least you can hide and not be ostracized by society and women and popular culture and all that other goofy shit, right? But I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you're thinking like a woman. And this is in no order of importance. We're going to break down each of these. And I'm telling you, you guys need to break out of this fucking shit. Break out of this mindset immediately. All right. So first thing we got on the list. The first way that you're thinking like a woman is you are making decisions based on how you feel. You are making decisions based on how you feel. So what women will tend to do is women will make decisions at any moment based on how they feel at the moment. So no matter what a woman has said yesterday or last week, if she told you last week, hey, next week we're gonna, I want to do A, B, and C with you. That doesn't matter because when next week comes, does she feel like doing it? Right? She may not feel like doing it when that next week comes. So then therefore, she's not going to do the thing she said she was going to do last week, this week, right? Based on feeling. So what happens is that a woman is not going to go based on her word. She's going to go based on how she feels. So now what happens is a lot of guys nowadays are going based on how they feel, right? They get into their feelings. They're not consistent. They're not a man of their word. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you're going based on how you feel, then you're thinking like a woman. See, this is the thing. A man is supposed to do what he says he's going to do, regardless of how he feels when he has to do the thing. Right? So there may be times, for example, you might not feel like, let's say, going to the gym, but you told yourself you're going to go to the gym these days or those days, right? So what you need to do is, even though you don't feel like going to the gym, you got to go to the gym. You understand? You have to be consistent. Now, of course, there's exceptions to the rule. Like, let's say something happened where you sprained your ankle or some shit, so you can't go. That's one thing. But that is more logical. Like, I can't go to the gym, even though I said I was, because I have a sprained ankle. I can't really walk. I can't really do those things. But if you're just like, well, I'm not going to go to the gym just because I don't feel like it, that's an issue. Right now, the reason why you shouldn't be thinking like a woman and just going based on how you feel is because as a man, you are supposed to lead situations and be responsible for situations. Check this out. The reason why a woman can afford to basically go based on how she feels is because she has men who have to do things whether they feel like doing it or not. You understand? So because women can fall back on men, women generally can just go how they feel. Because what happens is that whatever the consequence is for just a woman doing shit based on how she feels, she still always has men to fall back on. A man does not have men to fall back on. A man has himself to fall back on. You understand what I'm saying? So when you start doing things just based on you feeling a certain way, right? You're thinking like a woman. And so what happens is that it's not a thing you do one time. You start doing this consistently, right? You start being flaky. You start being kind of fickle, right? You're all over the place, right? No one can count on you because you are no longer the man that people can depend on because you're just doing shit based on how you feel. You see what I'm saying? So this happens when you're thinking like a woman. And what I'm telling you is you got to stop thinking like a woman. You have to think like a man. You have to say, you know what? Even though I don't feel like doing A, B, and C, I have to do A, B, and C because A, B, and C has to get done. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So you can still do the thing even though you don't feel like it because you know the thing that you don't feel like doing has to get done. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think that, you are the same as a woman. And we're going to get to that a little later. But a lot of guys, unfortunately, the reason why they think like women is because they think that men and women are equal. But we'll get to that a little later. But that's number one. Number one is making decisions based on how you feel. Now, let's move on to number two. And guys, you want to call in numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your questions at the end. Remember, $10 or more per question, $20 or more per story to donate before you call, and we will make that happen. Now, let's move on to number two. So the second way that you're thinking like a woman is you being thirsty for a long-term relationship. Pathetic. Goddamn pathetic. See, you have guys out there who they want a girlfriend really, really bad, or they want to get a wife really, really bad, right? They're thirsty for a long-term relationship. They want somebody to hold and hug and love and all that other shit, right? See, understand when you are thinking like that, you're thinking like a woman. Because see, one of the reasons why women want long-term relationships is because women get a lot of benefits out of being in a long-term relationship with a man. See, a man knows a long-term relationship is work, which is why you have to vet women to make sure they're equipped to be your woman. This is why I tell you guys to go to shoplocario.com to get Master the Vetting Process program. Go to shoplocario.com. Get this program, Master the Vetting Process, because you need to learn how to vet women before they become your woman. But see, the thing is, a woman is begging for a long-term relationship because a woman gets a lot of benefit out of a long-term relationship. See, when you're in a long-term relationship as a man, you understand there's a lot of work that goes into it. So in order for the work to be worth it, the woman has to be worth it. And the woman is only worth it when she's earned the spot to be your girl or wife or whatever it is. You understand? But if you're a guy talking about, I want to be in a, you know, I want my boo thing. I want a woman to hold and love and all this other shit. You're thinking about relationships on an emotional level. That's what women do. You understand? You sound like a woman thinking about her wedding day and shit. Right? See, a woman is supposed to show you as a man why she's worth being in the position of your woman. But if you are hoping, wishing, praying for a long-term relationship, you're thinking like a woman, because if you were thinking like a man, you would understand the work it takes to be in a relationship. You would understand the responsibility it takes to be in a relationship. You understand? So you're not looking at relationships in the sense of, you know, this soft, ooey gooey, airy fairy, you know, like type of feeling. You're looking at relationships like, this is work. This is business. You understand? This is give and take. This is consistency. You understand what I'm saying? But again, when you think like a woman, you're thinking in the sense of, oh, if I'm in a relationship, I get to feel all the feelings that I want. I get to have a situation where I feel loved and cared for. No, that's what women think, because that's what happens when women get into relationships with a man, right? When a woman is in a relationship with you, is she protecting you or are you protecting her? You understand what I'm saying? When a woman is in a relationship with you, right, does she benefit, right, from having a strong, dominant, masculine man? Or do you benefit from having a woman that you have to take care of, you understand what I'm saying, and look out for and lead and guide and deal with her emotions and manage the situations? Now, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that being in a relationship is a bad thing, because you do get a benefit out of her being in the situation. You get the benefit of having a woman who, if you do this right, like I said, if you're vetting the woman, because check this out, if you're not vetting women, if you're not going to shoplocario.com to get master the vetting process, if you're not vetting women correctly, you're going to have a horrible relationship with women. Because what the woman's going to do, she's going to extract all of this energy from you, right? Drain you because you don't know how to lead, you don't know how to be a man in a relationship, and you're going to be exhausted. But if you know how to vet women properly, you're going to get a benefit out of the relationship when you're interacting with that woman, because that woman is going to be under your program. You're going to be leading the situation. So you're going to get a benefit out of her being there. But what I'm saying is that a woman, right, is always, follow what I'm saying, a woman is always going to get a huge benefit with being with a man. I'm not talking about a male. I'm not talking about the average guy. I'm talking about a man. When a woman is in a relationship, she's going to get a huge benefit from being with a man, right? So this is why a woman is thinking about her wedding day. She's thinking about the commitment. She's thinking about, because there's so much benefit, is so much. See, this is the thing. Women, like I said earlier on, you know, most shows, women have a hard time getting non-sexual attention. So this is another reason why she's thirsty for a long-term relationship. Because you know what happens in a long-term relationship? A long-term relationship is mostly non-sexual attention. See, when you have a girlfriend or a wife, you're not fucking her 23 hours a day, right? You're smashing probably 1 hour, if that much, and the rest of the time is non-sexual attention. So you as a man thinking like a woman and wanting a long-term relationship, you're essentially saying, I want a bunch of non-sexual attention from this woman. But the funny part is that you need to understand as a man that all of this non-sexual attention is still you basically working. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're thinking like a woman, You're so thirsty for a relationship. You sound like a woman. Oh, I want someone special in my life. I want it's like, pathetic. Fucking pathetic. See, a woman has to earn the relationship. The problem is when you think like a woman, you think relationships are fun and games. No, when you decide to take a woman on in a relationship, right? Understand that it's work. Understand that you're on 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. You understand? You don't take a break from being a boyfriend or a fucking husband. There's no breaks. You understand? No breaks. Even on the days where you may not even see your girlfriend or wife or whatever, still no breaks. You understand what I'm saying? Like your girl can't call you. Let's say, there's certain days you don't see your girl, right? And if something happened on that day, she gonna call you. You can't say, well, listen, girl, I don't see you on Wednesday, so holla at me tomorrow. Click. You can't do that shit. You're still on when you're even off. You understand? And so the same way where a woman would see the relationship as, oh my God, this is amazing. I want this so bad. You need to be saying, yeah, a relationship could happen. A long-term relationship could happen, but you need to show me that it's worth it to me to have you here. That's how a man thinks. You understand what I'm saying? See, women think they just want it because they know all the benefits they're going to get. This is the thing. A woman even gets benefits by being in a long-term relationship with a loser. Now, she gets more benefit with being with a man, but she can still get benefits being with a loser. You understand what I'm saying? So just understand that if you're thinking like a woman, you're going to be thirsty for a relationship. You're going to be on dates talking to women, talking about, I'm dating with intentions. I'm trying to find my person, sounding like a fucking moron and shit. Pathetic. Horrible. But anyway, so let's move on to number 3. So, this is the worst. Number 3 this is the absolute fucking worst. Disgusting. Let's move on to number 3. So, the third way you're thinking like a woman, this just makes me throw up, is having unpurposeful communication. Oh my God. Having unpurposeful communication. Guys, stop this. Stop. See, you guys who think like women, you're taking on the characteristics of a woman by having all of this communication about nothing, right? Just yapping about nothing, just want to talk and shit. Like, what are you doing? But see, you pick this up by thinking what women want, and then you turn into that. For example, good morning, queen. Grand rising, beautiful. What'd you have for lunch? You understand? You texting all that stupid shit because you're thinking like a woman. And you think this is what women want, so you're acting that way, right? You texting this chick that you just met 3 weeks ago, hey, how's it go? How was your day? I was just thinking about you. What's going on? What's up? All this communication that is irrelevant. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? You don't give a fuck about her, how her day was, but you think you need to say this, text this, and interact with her because you think that this is what's going to make her happy. You think that by doing this, you're building more of a connection and, you're building rapport and you're getting her comfortable with you. But you're only doing this because you want to get some pussy. But you're thinking like a woman by having all this communication about nothing. See, women are very skilled at having communication about nothing. Like a woman doesn't need a purpose to have a conversation with you or talk to you about anything. Women are very skilled at making conversation about nonsensical things or making conversation about stuff that, you know, like things you would never think that a person would care about. Like, shout out to Bill Burr. I remember he did a joke about this on one of his comedy specials where he was talking about pesto or asparagus. Some of y'all might have seen that, where he's like, you got two chicks and they having this conversation over brunch. Is that pesto? No, I thought it was asparagus. Oh, I thought it was pesto. Like, that's how women will communicate. But you guys are starting to sound like women in your communication. You're having communication between you and a woman that has no purpose. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is how you're supposed to communicate to a woman, right? You pick up your phone. You free Friday? She says yes. You say, cool, meet me here Friday, 8 o'clock. You put the phone down. That's all the communication you need. That's it. That's it. You don't even need to call the woman. Because sometimes you call the woman and women are so clever into getting you into a goddamn conversation. You just wanted to hit her up to ask her if she's free on Friday to get a drink. And now you in a fucking 20-minute conversation. Like, how the hell did we get here? It's because women are very skilled at communication. And see, the thing is that, check this out. A lot of guys will say, yo, Locario, man, you know, this girl that I really like, right? I texted her and she didn't text me back. And I double texted and it's been like 4 days and I still haven't heard from her. You know what that means? That means she don't like you. You know why? Because women will text you for nothing. Women will text you about the most random shit and they'll text you to check up on you. They'll text you to talk to you. They'll text you to ask you how your day was. So if you text a woman and she's not texting you back, understand this woman does not like you at all. Because you should understand how much women like to communicate. And women are the communicators. So if the woman that you're interested in is not communicating with you, what does that say? She don't like you. You understand? She's not feeling you, my guy. It's okay. See, the most communication you guys should be doing is hitting the woman up to let her know what's supposed to happen between you and her later. That's it. Hey, Friday, I got off work. Let's meet up for a drink. You free? Cool. I'll meet you there at 8. Or, hey, you free tomorrow? Cool. Come through to the crib. End of conversation. You hit up chicks to set up dates and times for y'all to meet up. You understand? And then if this is a fuck buddy, you should not be having your fuck buddy over your crib and y'all sitting there sipping juice and fucking talking for an hour, 2 hours before y'all fucking. What are we doing? All this extra communication. That's because you're thinking like a woman. Like, it's funny. I remember I knew this chick where she told me how she was supposed to see this guy that she already smashed a few times. Like, she smashed him, I think 3 or 4 times, right? And then she didn't see him for about like 6 or 7 months. And then he hit her back up and he told her to come through to the crib so they could get it cracking again. And you know what this chick told me? She said, she was like, I'm thinking about asking him, does he want to go and like get a drink so we can reconnect? I was like, what? I'm like, reconnect? What's that? So what are we talking? Reconnect? What do you mean? But see, remember, this is how women think. Right? She wants to reconnect, communicate, have a little conversation, get together. And I'm like, he already smashed you already like 3 or 4 times. What are we talking about? Reconnect. We got to go out and get a drink to reconnect. Are we serious? No. Exactly. We got to reconnect in the bedroom. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, women love the communication. And what happens is when you're doing way too much communicating, when you're conversing all the time about nothing, right? You're thinking like a woman. You're thinking like a woman. Sorry. So all you need to do is hit chicks up, set up times for y'all to get together. If she's a fuck buddy, you smash and you keep it moving. You hit her up next time to fuck, and then you keep it moving. You hit her up next time to fuck, then you keep it moving. If this is a girl that you're actually dating, right? You hit her up to set up a time for y'all to get together. You do what you do. You send her on your way. And then you hit her up the next time you want to get together to do some shit. You ain't got to be doing all this. Because this is the thing, guys, understand. When women like you, they're going to reach out to you. They're going to be the ones they're going to be the ones coming at you. You don't have to grand rising queen to these women. They're going to, listen, if a chick likes you, you know what's going to happen? You're going to go out with a chick, right? And then you're going to go home and you're going to go to sleep. And when you wake up tomorrow and you look at your phone, you're going to see a text from that woman saying, hey, what's up? Good morning. How's it going? That's when you know a woman is actually interested in you, because women are the communicators. You understand what I'm saying? See, I want you guys next time, just pay attention. I want you to pay attention to this. If you go out to, let's say, dinner, or you go out on a night, whatever, it could be with your boys, it could be with whoever. But if you go out and you see couples, let's say you see a group of people that's like couples and shit, or, you know, you could see like two couples talking to each other. Notice who's talking the most. Notice. You could go to like a dinner party or whatever. You will always see this. You will see the woman yapping and the fucking husband is just kind of chilling on the couch like this. You understand? Like he's just chilling. She's doing all the talking and he just chilling. Why? Because women are the communicators. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen. Like, the only reason I'm talking this much is because I'm doing a live stream. You understand what I'm saying? In a regular setting, I don't be wanting to talk this much. Even if I'm hollering at a woman, why do you think I talk about being direct? You know what's so great about being direct? It's less talking. It's less shit I gotta say. I say enough to get the job done, and then I just shut the fuck up. I don't need to be having all this extra conversation with you and all this other stuff. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's like, and this is the thing, man. It's like, you know, when I exchange numbers with a woman, or let's say I match with a girl in a dating app, and she texts me and she's like trying to reach out and communicate, and she like wants to talk and shit. It's just, I just be like this.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I'm like, she wants to talk? Ew. Gross. You want to talk so we can get to know each other? Gross. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here, you damn nigga.
Like, I don't want to sit there and go back and forth with you and talk and get to know you. Listen, I already know you already. I already know you. Listen, I already know you hate Trump. You're not like that, right? You're not like other women, right? I already know the spiel. Like, you understand what I'm saying? What do I need to get to know? I know you're dating with intentions. You want a nice guy to treat you with respect. Listen. I've studied you for years. What else I got to get to know you about? I already know you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do we talk? Like, we need to have a conversation. What? Conversation about what? This is crazy. But anyway, so that's number 3. Unpurposeful conversation when you're thinking like a woman. You understand what I'm saying? When you're thinking like a woman. So let's get to number 4. Oh, this one is funny. So the 4th way you're thinking like a woman is so sad, is when you're feeling empty inside when you have casual sex. Yo. So, listen, if you feel empty inside because you're having a lot of casual sex, you're thinking like a woman. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. See, understand this. Understand this. If the reason why, I should say this, the reason why women feel some type of way sometimes when they're hooking up with a bunch of dudes is not because there's anything wrong with fucking. It's because what women will sometimes do is, you know, they're I know exactly, I almost fell on my chair. Sometimes what they'll do is that they want more than just sex. They want someone to care about them, love them, all that other stuff. So what happens is that when they're constantly having sex with guys that just leave them, it makes them feel inadequate because they're like, damn, all these dudes just want to fuck me, but nobody wants to stay. Nobody cares, right? So they're attaching the casual sex or the idea of sex to them being unlovable. Like they just want to use me for my body. You understand what I'm saying? So now, a guy who feels empty with having a bunch of casual sex, he's also thinking like a woman because those type of guys, what they do is a lot of these dudes will have casual sex to try to feel lovable or feel loved, or they think that having casual sex or getting a lot of sex is going to make them happy. And when it doesn't, they feel empty. You understand? So the woman is looking for a certain type of relationship that she thinks will make her happy, and she's not getting it. And all she's getting is casual sex. So when a guy gets casual sex or gets a consistent amount of casual sex and he feels empty inside is because he was expecting the casual sex to fill a void within him in some form or fashion. Right? He thought that having casual sex would make him happy. When he realizes he's still not happy, he feels some type of way. And so he feels empty. But the reason why I said he's thinking like a woman is because he's looking at the sex as a way to get something. The same way women are looking at the sex as a way to get a guy who will finally give a shit about them outside of sex. You understand? So what happens is that at the end of the day, they still didn't get what they want, and all they had was sex. So it's like, I tried really hard to get a specific outcome, and all I got was all of this sex. So now I feel empty inside. Right? See, a man with game doesn't feel empty inside based on him having casual sex. Because a man with game loves himself, and he understands that sex should not be put on a pedestal and sex is meaningless. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say it's meaningless, what I'm saying is that it is not important like most people put importance on sex. You know, they talk about the Kundalini energy and the spirits and the soul ties and all that other fuck shit that don't make sense. Right? But a man with game, what he understands is that sex is an activity. And if you want to add meaning to it, you can, but essentially it's meaningless. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is a lot of these dudes, they feel empty inside, just like a woman, because they were expecting something outside of sex through the activity of sex. Just like women are expecting something outside of sex through the activity of sex. See, this is why, women will say, oh, you know, I catch feelings, or people think that women catch feelings because of sex. It's not true. Women catch feelings when they have sex with a guy that they really like and they wanted more. That's when they caught feelings. It's not the sex. Because a woman, damn near every woman can tell you one time, at least one time, where they had sex and the sex was trash. How come they didn't catch feelings for that guy? How come they never catch feelings for the guy when the sex is horrible? But for some reason, the guy they really like and they enjoy the sex, they catch feelings for him. Because if it was just sex, wouldn't they also catch feelings for the guy where the sex was trash? So is it the sex making them catch feelings, or they just really like that guy? You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that delusion is what a lot of guys have when they think like women, right? A lot of guys' situation is, oh, well, I'm having all this sex and I wasn't having sex before, and I thought that sleeping with all these women would make me happy. And then what they want to do is blame sex and say, oh, sex is not the way. And you know, all this sex is just going to leave you lonely and broken and blah, 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 and yada, 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 and cry, and like, shut the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? But again, when you think like a woman, this is what happens. You start getting in your feelings about particular things that are not even real. You understand what I'm saying? I feel empty from having all this casual sex. So what? So you were expecting the sex to fulfill you? You were expecting the sex to do something magical? You were expecting the sex to, give you superpowers? Like, what were you expecting this sex to do? I don't understand. Like, have the sex, enjoy the sex, and shut the entire fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? That's like me eating. Let's take sex out the equation. That's like me eating Starbursts, and I'm like, man, I felt so empty after eating these Starbursts. Like, what the fuck was the Starburst supposed to do? Was it supposed to change the trajectory of my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was I expecting the Starburst candy to do? Like, what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? But again, when people put sex on a pedestal and make it this magical fucking thing, they sound like goddamn idiots. Terrible. Now, let's move on to number 5. So the fifth way you're thinking like a woman, is thinking of your woman as your partner. Thinking of your woman as your partner. Pathetic. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, where, guys being thirsty for long-term relationship, they think that men and women are equal. And so they're thinking like a woman because women see their men as partners. They're like, my partner. Right? Because what happens is that women, for whatever reason, think that men and women are equal. Now you have men out here, I should say males, thinking men and women are equal, right? But we know that's not the case. You see what I'm saying? But when you think that way, right, you're thinking like a woman. Because that's the shit women will say. Like, see, I don't, see, this is the thing. Check this out. See, the reason why your woman thinks you're her partner is because you act like a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't act like a man. What are we talking about? If you was really being a man, a woman wouldn't see you as her partner. She'd be like, God damn, look at all this shit this man does. God damn, this motherfucker's awesome. He's Superman. He's amazing. This guy is incredible. I'm so happy to be here in the presence of a man. Like, how did he do all this? How did he be all this? I'm admiring this motherfucker, right? He's taught me so many things. He's guided me. He's made me feel special, made me feel like a woman. See, when a woman experiences that, ain't no way she could call you her partner. You understand what I'm saying? See, you're her partner when you are not extraordinary. You understand what I'm saying? When she sees you, like, yeah, he's cool, he's okay, he's a nice guy, he's we get along. Yeah, you're her partner because you're just a regular nigga. She's not in awe of you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're the guy she settled for. You're the guy that she lets sleep on the couch when she's angry. You understand what I'm saying? So of course she's gonna see you as a partner because she sees that she feels like you're on the same level as her because you're not a man. You don't have any game. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's like, listen, man. That's like if I'm trying to get a job at Google, right? And I really want to work at Google. And I get hired at Google. Am I going to come to you and say, hey, me and Google are partners? What? No. What the fuck? Me and Google are business partners. Excuse me? What the fuck are we talking about? But see, a lot of males out here, this is how they think. This is how they think. And when you're thinking like this, when you think your woman is your partner, that means you're thinking like a woman. And see, this is the thing. A lot of women, it does make sense for them to see these guys as partners because most guys are not men. So it kind of makes sense. Like, it kind of makes sense where women see guys at this level. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So women who use the word partner don't respect the hierarchy. That's a fact. Because I mean, from the jump, how are we partners when I had to approach you? I set the date, right? I paid. You understand what I'm saying? I protected you, made sure you got home safe. We're partners? What? I don't know. I don't get it. What are we talking about here? This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. But anyway, so those are the 5 things. So the first thing we got is making decisions based on how you feel. Second thing we got on the list is being thirsty for long-term relationship. Third thing is unpurposeful communication. Fourth thing is feeling empty inside when you have casual sex. And the fifth thing is thinking of your woman as your partner. I got a sixth one. I got a bonus. I'm gonna give y'all a bonus. I'm gonna give you a bonus way you're thinking like a woman. The bonus way that you're thinking like a woman is you're waiting for choosing signals and for women to approach you. So for all you guys out there waiting for choosing signals and wanting women to approach you, you're thinking like a woman. You understand? You want to sit there like a chick, look pretty, and wait for someone to approach you. You're thinking like a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're saying like you really just want a chick to just come through and holler at you. Right? You want a chick to fucking approach you, talk to you, take the lead, and make the shit happen. And see, the reason why you're waiting for choosing signals or looking for a woman to approach you is because you want to be validated. You don't feel good about yourself, so you need the woman to co-sign you first so you can feel comfortable enough to actually have the conversation and interaction with her. See, the reason why, women wait for men to approach them, because one, it's feminine, right? And two, what it does is that it validates the woman. It makes her feel good that a man that she's attracted to chose to give her an opportunity. Follow what I'm saying? I actually talked about this in the latest Bad Boy membership program. But you guys go to Bad Boy membership right here and check out the program, 7 Signs a Woman Thinks You're Too Good for Her. I talked about that in this program. But basically, when a man approaches a woman, that makes her feel great because what it's saying is that she's getting an opportunity to be in the presence and be in the life of a man, right? Sometimes what happens is that women get approached by guys they're not interested in. They don't like them. They feel like the guys are weird or goofy or whatever it is. And so they don't like those guys, and those guys get rejected. And then those guys be like, man, you see, I'm not approaching women anymore because these women don't want us to approach them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, she don't want you to approach her because she doesn't see you as that guy. But when she sees you as that guy, she's excited that you approached her. But check this out. I keep trying to tell y'all that if a woman approaches you, that's not necessarily a good thing, because if a woman approaches you, she sees you as approachable. I keep trying to tell y'all, this is like the thing that a lot of guys miss and don't understand. If a woman approaches you, that means she sees you as approachable. She's not approaching you because she's highly attracted to you. She's approaching you because she sees you as approachable. Because if she was highly attracted to you, she would never approach, because she would be too intimidated to approach you, because she would think that you might be too good for her. Do you get it? So, just like, for example, where you guys are afraid to approach the dimes, yes? You see a bad chick across the room, you hesitate and you're scared. Why? Because you think she's the shit. You think she's so hot and sexy, and low key, you think she wouldn't like a guy like you because she's so beautiful and she's so awesome. So you're afraid to approach her, correct? So remember, you're a man though, and it's socially acceptable for you to approach women. And you're scared to approach this woman who you think is out of your league. So now tell me, why would a woman, where it's not socially acceptable for her to approach a guy who she thinks is super sexy, awesome, and attractive? Why would she do that when, as a man, you can't do that when you see the equivalent when it comes to a woman? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, what do you guys do? Instead of approaching the 10, you might approach the 6. Why? Because she seems more approachable. You seem more comfortable approaching the 6 than the 10. So now, if a woman is comfortable approaching you, what does that say? Does she see you as the 6 or the 10? You see what I'm saying? She sees you as the 6 because the 6 is approachable when the 10 is not. So let me ask you, do you guys really still want women to approach you? Because like I said, them approaching you means you're approachable. A woman should be scared to death to approach you. You understand what I'm saying? She should be scared as fuck to approach you. But if she's not, you look soft and cuddly and warm. You see what I'm saying? But you guys think it's a compliment. No. Remember, when you're thinking like a woman, right? You don't understand what you're doing. See, a woman, you guys don't understand how good y'all got it. See, a woman has to wait on a man to approach her. Right? Because women are not approaching men like that. So they got to wait for the man to approach them, and the man that they want, because they got to deal with a bunch of dudes they don't want approaching them. Right? So they got to deal with all the dudes they don't like approaching them until they finally meet a guy they like approaching them. But you, on the other hand, can approach whoever you want. You understand? But you're sitting there because you're scared and you're in your ego and you want a woman to co-sign you. You're sitting there like, well, I wish women would approach us because I want to be like a woman. And I wish that women would take initiative and say something, because they keep saying that they don't like us approaching and they don't want to be approached, even though, because I don't have game, I'm too stupid to realize that they're really just talking about the guys they're not attracted to. But how can I know I'm the guy she's attracted to if I don't approach? You see how ridiculous this shit is? So, again, when you think like a woman, it's not going to help you. It's not going to be great for you. It's not going to, it's a lot of shit that's going to fuck your whole game up by thinking like women. See, when you think like a man, you're basically focusing on your masculine identity. You understand? You're focusing on you, who you are, what you want, how you want to do things, and you have a program and a structure, and you only deal with women who fit under that. That's it. You're not going with a woman's rhetoric about what she wants. You understand? You shouldn't care about what a woman wants. That's none of your business. Why would you care about what a woman wants? Unless you're trying to be what she wants, unless you're trying to change herself to be what she wants, why would you give a fuck? You understand what I'm saying? Crazy. But guys, call in. Call in numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So guys, call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. So this says, should you text your girl the same way? Which one were you talking about? You talking about when I was talking about setting up dates and all that other shit? Or are you talking about when I was talking about the communications thing? So if it's your girlfriend or your wife, right? That's a little bit different because she's earned the right to have more time and attention from you because that's your girlfriend or wife. So with your girlfriend and wife, then, she'll text you a lot. You can respond to her a lot. It's whatever. It's a different thing. But I'm talking about with random woman. You just met this girl last Wednesday, right? You shouldn't be trying to be all up on the phone with her all day, hitting her back up, doing all these calls. Like, you know what I really hate? I hate this shit. And this is the thing. I know that women do it because other guys allow it. But I hate, for example, if I meet a woman, right? And let's say I meet a woman off a dating app or I meet a woman in person, we exchange numbers or whatever, and I text her, right? I hate when chicks call me. I'm like, if I wanted to speak to you, I would have called you, not texted you. You understand what I'm saying? They just randomly be calling. Or like I give a girl my information and she just randomly calls. I'm like, what are you doing? Just randomly calling me. Like, I'm just sitting here doing nothing with my life. I'm not busy. I don't got shit going on. I'm just here to answer your call. You just thought you was going to call me. You understand? And I'm just supposed to pick up. Like I had one chick, one time she was like, I texted her. I said, hey, you free this day to get a drink? This chick fucking called me immediately. I made it go straight to voicemail. And then she texts me talking about call me. And I'm like, excuse me? What the fuck? I'm like, yo, this chick, first of all, why are you calling me? That's one. Then you text me to tell me to call you and you still haven't answered my question. That's crazy. Listen, man, y'all be letting these chicks get away with fucking murder. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know the only reason she's doing this shit is because another nigga was doing the shit with her. Another nigga just pick up the phone and talk to her for an hour. So she think that's cool. Crazy. That shit be killing me. I'm like, nah, bro. It says, how is women the communicators? I thought men the communicators because we are the leaders and call the shots. Well, yeah, you call the shots, but what I'm saying when I talk about they're the communicators, they're the ones that want to talk. See, when you're leading, all you do is give instruction. What I'm talking about is you talking about good morning, queen. That's not an instruction. How was your day? That's not an instruction. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a difference between you telling a woman what to do because things need to get done and you just trying to shoot the shit and talk about nothing. Crazy. Says, how can you be empty when Starburst twisted up the juice? Yeah, I think this is funny. Says you don't think women would roll the dice when approaching. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. You gotta. What does roll the dice mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But guys, if you want to call up, now is the time. We're about to end this in like 5 minutes. If you don't get the calls, you know what I'm saying? So call up if you want to call up, 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So you guys can call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. So make sure you make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, look, like, stop thinking like women. I'm telling you, a lot of this shit is ingrained in you and conditioned in your brain. See, this is why, you know, you ever notice how a lot of times when women talk about men, they talk about men in the context of them as a woman. The woman is doing everything right. She's mature. And the guys are just immature. They don't want commitment. They're just so immature. But that's a woman's thought process. Let's go to 513. 513, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, how you doing, Locario? This is Jalen from Cincinnati, age 29. I signed 20 to Miles in the Game on Cash App.
All right, that's what's up. So what's going on? What's popping with you?
Yeah, so I've been watching, and I'm just curious, man. You said earlier, you said that you won't approach the, you know, it's the like vice versa when you won't approach the 9s and 10s because you don't think you're good enough or you don't think they would like a guy like you.
Right.
Can you elaborate more on that? Because what I'm wondering is that like from a guy thinking that like, I guess a guy having low self-esteem about himself because maybe he's been rejected too many times, or like where does the not thinking you're good enough to approach like really the root of that, I guess? Yeah,
because men put women on a pedestal based on how they look. So what happens is that if the guy doesn't believe in himself, love himself, or see himself as the shit, then he's going to believe that a woman that he's put on the pedestal is out of his league or unattainable or wouldn't like him. So his thought process is, why would she like me when she can get a guy who's better than me? So she's looking at the other guys like, well, these other guys, there's a guy who's taller, a guy who probably has more money, a guy who has this. So in his mind, that woman would want that guy and not him. So he's like, why bother going and approach her when, you know, she's going to reject me anyway? That's the thought process. So it's the hesitation is there because he doesn't want to get rejected. And part of the hesitation is because he thinks it's a sure thing that he's going to get rejected because a woman like that wouldn't like him. You see what I'm saying? Even though that's a bunch of bullshit, but that's what's going on in his head. You see what I mean?
And because he's thinking like that, he won't even take the risk of finding out she might actually fuck with a dude like that.
Yeah, of course. And that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So he has no idea what she's attracted to, but he's already making up stories in his head based on his own insecurity. You see what I'm saying?
Projection. So he's basically projecting his lack of self-worth onto her and her what he thinks that she would want as far as preferences.
Right, exactly. That's how that works. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. And would you say, like, I guess obviously, like, and I think this is obvious, I'll probably answer my own question. Would you say that, like, approaching more women in general would probably subsidize that or break him out of that type of thinking?
Yeah, that could work, because what happens is there's a difference between what you think will happen and what actually happens. And so there's a difference between the ideas that you have in your head and the reality of the outcomes that occur through taking action. So if he was to actually meet more women, talk to more women, and engage with more women, what he'll start to notice is that women who look like that, right? He's going to find some of them that actually are attracted to him or are giving him, very positive energy in conversations and things like that. So then that sort of dissipates the illusion that he had that women like that wouldn't like him. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, the reason why he has that idea is because he listens to losers. Like a lot of guys on the internet listen to other guys who are losers telling them that, hey, well, you have to be this tall, you have to have this amount of money. So they internalize that and they think that that's true. And so when they see the woman, they're like, well, she's bad, so she's not going to want me because I'm only 5'7", right? And so if he was to actually approach a lot of different women and women who look that way or have that type of look or whatever, he would notice that what he thought was the reality is not. You see what I'm saying? But it also takes some. Now, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And because he's listening to outside opinions outside of his own, from society or dudes online or loser-minded friends, he believes that he needs everything outside of his own self in order to get what he wants.
Right, exactly. And the thing is, he would have to be consistent with talking to women so that he can see over a number of different women and over time that what he learned on the internet by losers is bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times when, when I hear people speak, I can tell if they're actually out here in reality doing shit or if they're just listening to fucking dudes say shit. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's why I say when it comes to those type of quote unquote fears, that shit is just false evidence appearing real, as y'all coin that, as Miles said.
Right, exactly. That's all it is. Because the thing is that you don't know. Like, if you see a woman across the room, you have no idea what she's attracted to. You have no idea what type of guy she likes. You have no idea her life history. You don't know what's going on in her life to make her get to the point where she is into this or into that. Like, dudes have zero idea. They come up with ideas based on how she looks, based on what other people said about how women who look like that act. You see what I'm saying? Or what they feel. And it's a bunch of bullshit. Because the thing is, what a woman is attracted to and what just people are attracted to in general, right, is a combination of what they grew up around and what they've been fed by the media and all that other shit. So it's all those things combined. And then also, too, their specific, opinion on what they specifically like and don't like. You see what I'm saying? So it's a combination of things. So the thing is, you never know, like, basically it's like this. You will never know if a woman is interested in you until you talk to her. It's really that simple. You see what I'm saying?
And outside of that, everything that you're listening to from others' opinions and society and all that shit, it's just passed around projection.
Right. Exactly. Right. That's all that is. It's all a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and motherfuckers let those projections define what they should do and who they are instead of actually taking the risk as themselves.
Exactly.
And realizing that they are enough, but they think they're not because of the conditioning from the projections.
Right. Exactly. That's a fact. No, that's real shit. That's real shit. That's how it goes.
Got you.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man.
No, thank you again, Locario.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right. So let me see. I'm going to answer some of these questions and we're going to wrap it up. So this says, so if you smashed a lady in the past under no circumstances, there's no date, reconnect. But if you've never smashed and there's a date to reconnect, is that okay? No, if you've, let's say you've seen a chick and you went out with her one time and then, or let's say you went out with her twice, like you went out the first time and you didn't smash and you went out the second time, right? You should be smashing that time, but for whatever reason, let's say, she didn't want to do it. So then you stop talking to her. If she hits you back up, right? First of all, you got to be like, why is this woman even hitting me back up? Because I already told her I wanted to smash and she wasn't with it. Right. So the response to that woman should be, how can I help you? You understand? Like she texts you, hey, stranger, your response should be, hey, what's up? How can I help you? Like, why even talking to me or texting me? Now, you got a decision to make. You could meet up with her and smash, or just leave her alone. Those are your best two options. You definitely should not be going out with this woman again and spending any type of money or time, with this woman, right? See, I personally wouldn't even fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if I already let a chick know, let's smash, and it's the second time we meeting up and she ain't with it, then that's a wrap forever. But that's just me. You understand what I'm saying? But if you wanted to like make something happen with her, then, you just tell her come straight to the crib and get the D. You understand what I'm saying? You said that's medium interest. Yeah, exactly. That's like medium to low interest. So that right there is not high interest. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what you could do in that situation. Let me see. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Guys, tomorrow, make sure that you guys tune in for the Real Game No Theory show with myself, Miles, K. Zaggin, 1950, and Steve. Make sure you guys tune in for that. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, Cunningham Elements.com, and masculine identity membership.com. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. He said he got one more question. He said, wait, so why ask her, how can you help her? That's making you the guy vulnerable, you at mercy to what she says and how you can quote unquote help her. No, that's you being basically sarcastic. Because if you say to a girl, how can I help you? Right? She's going to basically be like, what? Or you know what I'm saying? She's not, most guys are not going to say that. Most guys are just going to get back into a regular conversation. Right? So if you ask her, how can I help you? And then let's say she actually literally thinks that's what you're asking. You know what I'm saying? And if she says, oh, you can help me by sending me $200 Cash App, you can be like, nah, I'm good. You have a nice day. And then you just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. That is it. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll holler at y'all later. And remember, people, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace. These hoes fucking with their nose and their lips, and they go around thinking that they hot shit. They cutting up their whole face, new tits look fake. Bitch, you need to stop it. You're getting Botox, trying to look young sounds fun until it's not it. You think you look better think again, because bitch, you are not lit. What the fuck's this about? You're so fucked and I doubt you don't even realize you don't look human. Lip injections look like you got punched in the mouth. That's that self-hate shit. That's what you do when you think you ain't shit. Only the real relate with what I say. Haters hate, I say this. Fuck that fake shit. Fake ass, fake tits, fake lips, fake that, fake this. I want a real bitch. 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 I want the real shit. Why are y'all so drastic? Your body is plastic, your mental is that sick. Not being dramatic, but one wrong move and you'll be in the casket. Y'all in a place where I can't be in. I'm a champion. I love myself. I'm happy in the skin I'm in. Why you wanna be in the skin of a Kardashian? Even these males want a facelift. They wanna be like a fake bitch. They wanna fake it till they make it. The fake call me a hater, but the only thing I hate is fakeness. That's the self-hate shit. That's what you do when you think you ain't shit. Only the real relate with what I say. Haters hate, I say this. Fuck that fake shit. Fake ass, fake tits, fake lips, fake that, fake this. I want a real bitch. 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 I want the real shit. Fuck that fake shit. Fake ass, fake tits, fake lips, fake that, fake this. I want a real bitch. 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 I want the real shit. I want the real shit.